Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey and I want to talk about Marvel. And the reason why I want to talk about Marvel is because Jordan Wright, who is the editor for the X team, just admitted that, they basically been wasting the reader's time and stuff like that. And it sucks. It sucks though because House of X, Powers of X was supposed to be a Jonathan Hickman thing, right? And Jonathan Hickman was supposed to be the lead in charge of this storyline to reintroduce the X-Men to make them better than the stuff that we've been getting for the past couple of years with the X-Men. And they admit that they went away from the plot long time ago. They literally admitted that they went away from the plot long time ago. And that gets me to talk about Marvel in general is because we're getting away from the plots of these stories and these characters for so long that it's just like, what are we doing now? You know what I mean? Like, why invest time and effort into these characters or these books when you clearly have editors asleep at the damn wheel and you have writers who just literally writing their own fan fiction. They're not writing these characters as they're supposed to be. They're ignoring the history of the characters. They're ignoring the fan backlash that they're getting from some of this stuff or whatever. They're ignoring the everything that made the X Men, or even the characters of Marvel make them. I mean, for God's sakes, we have swole bitch She Hulk. For God's sakes, we have gay Iceman. For God's sakes, you know what I'm saying? It's getting weird. We got Echo as the Phoenix. We got the Phoenix is actually Thor's mother. You know, what are we doing when there has been so much history and setup for all of these characters and stuff like that, just for them to come out of nowhere and retcon everything later and be like, oh yeah, the 50 years of history that you guys been following is not and void. I mean, for God's sakes, you even have the new Captain America run, the United States of Captain America, where Captain America is over the American dream because the American dream is a lie. Like, and we're supposed to be celebrating this man's 80th birthday, and this is the things we're getting. This is what we're getting right now. So what have we been do? Tell me this. For Marvel to have a writer, editor from Marvel to admit that they're away from the plot, that they went so far from the plot that was promised to people. Can you give everybody back their money that's been wasting their time reading the X-Men? Because you literally admit that they've been wasting their time. You brought in Jonathan Hickman to write X-Men, that Jonathan Hickman can get people in. People were really excited about House of X, Powers of X, right? And you had us in the first couple of issues of the new runs, right? And then halfway through you gave up. You didn't even give the thing what, 6 months before you said, and we going to go left. I don't get it. It's the same self sabotaging crap that DC Comics does as well. You guys, you'll have something really good. You'll have something that your fans actually want. People been buying, and then all of a sudden you just say screw it because somebody didn't feel like doing something or somebody's fifis were involved. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired, and then you wonder why people are leaving comic books because of stuff like this. I mean, hey, anybody's listening to the video, go read back issues, find indie comic books if you can. But this new wave of crap that DC and Marvel is releasing is trash. It's trash, and let's be honest. You'll always have something to find in manga and anime. You'll never be bored. It's so many animes and mangas out there that you'll forget that Marvel and DC exist, which is kind of funny because their characters are well more known and beloved than the Japanese anime and manga characters. Yet the Japanese anime and manga characters outsell anything Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Spider Man does. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. And then you had a global franchise like the X Men. You had the global franchise of the X Men. You had the comic books that were doing well, and you self sabotaged that. And then now you admit that even now that the reason why people were getting into the X-Men because you promised Jonathan Hickman. You said, screw that, we don't feel like doing it no more. So let's do our own thing. Really? Really? Really, Marvel? Does that make sense? I mean, the plot's been gone a long time ago. We all know that. But to straight up admit that the plot's been gone for a long time is just kind of crazy. It makes no sense. It really doesn't make any sense. And then you're trying to get mad that people don't want to read this trash, and then you're gonna try to do varying covers. You're gonna try to go up on the cover price of trash work, of useless filler stuff. I mean, for all people talks about anime filler or whatever and stuff like that, you get more entertainment out of anime filler than you do comic book filler, and that's what the X-Men books been for years. I mean, not years, but ever since Jonathan Hickman did his House of X, Powers of X, it's been nothing but a little bit of story and a whole bunch of filler that nobody asked for. And it kind of sucks though, because Jonathan Hickman is a prolific writer, and I mean he did amazing work on Fantastic Four, and he did such amazing work on Secret War and what the Avengers run, and you would think that we would get that kind of storytelling with the X-Men, because the X-Men is set up to be something epic, and yet we couldn't even do that because Jordan Wright was like, yeah, we decided to go a different route than what Jonathan Hickman wanted to do. So basically, Jonathan Hickman just sitting there getting a check without really doing much of nothing, and Jordan Wright just like sitting there like, hey Jordan, I got an idea. What if the X-Men had sidekicks that weren't even mutants? Go for it. What if Grandma Society attacks the mutant? Go for it. Like, what if Prodigy got raped even though we never saw it or heard anything about it? Go for it. What if we kill Scarlet Witch and it's Magneto's fault and we're going to do another version of the trial of Magneto? Go for it. Hey, I was thinking like I'm going to take a few characters and create a new X-Men spin-off book. Make it limited and you got a deal. Go for it. Like, come on. Like, that's literally what he's doing. He's asleep at the wheel, and it just reminds you of the whole Dan Slott nonsense with when Disney Plus showed that Marvel 616 stuff, and you literally see how much of a joke everything has become with Marvel. I don't understand. There's no more taking up for Marvel, Disney, whatever about their bullcrap. Let's call them out on their stuff. Let's call them out on their crap. Because if we don't call them out on their crap, they're never going to change, because they'll see that they got defenders. Stop defending them. You don't owe them nothing. We don't owe them nothing. Let's be honest, the work that they've been producing over these past couple of years has been trash on trash. And now the X-Men are in that Inhuman phase where they were forcing the Inhumans down our throats, that we were like, somebody kill them. And at this point, I fear that they are going to end up doing literally a Death of the Mutants storyline, where they're going to kill off so many of them that they're not even going to be able to come back. It sucks though, because the X-Men have so much potential, but Marvel decided not to do the potential. They decided that, hey, what Hickman was doing was stupid, or hey, we don't really feel like following his plan, let's do whatever. And as an editor, you're supposed to put your foot down and be like, no, this is the story, this is what's set up, this is what Hickman had planned, and you're going to follow through his plans. In the conversation, there should have been no ifs, ands, and buts about it. What, it's been three years, I believe, and we still ain't got nowhere. Little bit of development happening, while the rest of it is lame. And you wasted 2 events to literally do nothing, really. So it's like, what's the point? What is literally the whole point of this nonsense? I just can't even believe you guys sat up here and wasted our time like that. It's trash, to be honest, and I can't really believe that we're sitting up here having to deal with this kind of nonsense. But yeah, sure. Continue doing nonsense, but you need to get somebody to step into place and be a real editor. You need somebody that's an actual editor and somebody that'll tell these people no at Marvel. Matter of fact, you need an editor that's over everybody up in the Marvel editing thing and let them know that, hey, all of this nonsense that you guys are doing is trash. Because it is. It's trash. It's trash. People are tired. There is no more excuse you can give to people. And I'm tired of it. Readers are tired of it. That's why people are. That's why these comic books are getting canceled. That's why people are dealing with none of that kind of nonsense or any of that kind of stuff. It's just annoying. You know what I'm saying? So, do something else. But you gotta stop being lazy and you gotta stop wasting the reader's time. That's why a lot of people are discovering anime and manga. That's why a lot of people are going back to back issues. That's why some people are doing indie scenes. Because trash like this. Learn something from this, Marvel. Learn something from this comic book industry and do better. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.